Now that the dust has settled and the Call of Duty Warzone meta has been established, many players have flocked to the Bren LMG following the Vanguard integration. No matter what, long-range automatic weapons are highly favored in Warzone thanks to the map layout of Caldera or Rebirth Island, and the Bren fits nicely in that category. But given how Vanguard weapons have 10 attachment slots and 70 possible attachments to choose from, it's not easy to figure out what the best builds are. That's where we come in. Here, we'll detail the best Bren loadouts, along with specific attachment recommendations. These are the best Bren builds in Call of Duty Warzone. Of course, let's first take a look at why the Bren is so effective, with detailed stats to back it up. The main reason to use the Bren is due to its extremely low recoil, making it easy to hit your shot. Its time to kill isn't the best in the game, but because of how easy it is to use, you'll consistently be able to take down opponents with little to no trouble. According to True Game data, the Bren has a competitive TTK of around 600 milliseconds all the way out to 55 meters if you land chest shots on a fully plated enemy. If you land headshots, that TTK improves to a mere 400 milliseconds. Considering how low the recoil is, you should easily be able to achieve a TTK of around 500 milliseconds at up to 55 meters. The other thing to be aware of is that the Bren is an LMG, but it can be built to feel more like an assault rifle. It won't ever feel snappy like a lightweight assault rifle, but you can certainly reduce much of the slowdown that comes with an LMG. As expected, the Bren is best used at range, so you'll want to come equipped with a weapon alongside it that works well up close, such as an SMG or shotgun. Still, the Bren can hold its own even within SMG range between 10 and 20 meters. Below are two of the best Bren builds and their loadout. Recommended build. There's pretty much one standard build for the Bren, and it's one that most players have gravitated toward. This is a build that prioritizes recoil control and stability at range, making it a fantastic option for taking down enemies from afar. It's not overpowered, as it's balanced by its slow mobility, but it definitely feels like the best long-range automatic weapon in the game right now. Start with the Mercury Silencer Muzzle for sound suppression and extra recoil control. This does slightly negatively affect your damage range, but the low recoil and suppression are worth it. Remember, this will keep you from appearing on the enemy's minimap when you fire your weapon. Next, equip the Queen's 705mm Royal Barrel, giving you a boost to horizontal recoil control, bullet velocity, damage range, and reduced scope sway. This barrel is key to making this weapon as accurate as possible. Follow that up with the G16 2.5x optic for clear magnification and extra recoil control. You can use a higher magnification scope if you plan on taking on battles at hundreds of meters away. To help you stick to your target, equip the Hawkinson SP2B stock, which boosts accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire. It also improves your flinch resistance, making your screen shake less when you get shot. After that, go with the M1941 hand stop and a barrel for improved recoil control and accuracy. This does slightly hurt your hip fire accuracy, but you shouldn't be hip firing with this weapon anyway. As for the magazine, we recommend the 6.5 Sakura 40-round mag. This attachment is key to ensuring the Bren feels more like an assault rifle, while boosting recoil control, accuracy, aim down sight speed, and its fire rate. Having only 40 rounds can be tough to manage, but thanks to its low recoil, you'll get more mileage from each shot. Since this is a long-range build, you'll want to prioritize high bullet velocity, which reduces the amount you have to lead your shot. For that, we advise using the lengthened ammunition type. Next, we suggest the polymer grip rear grip, which improves your flinch resistance and accuracy during sustained fire. This, once again, will help you secure long-range eliminations more consistently. To make your life easier, we also recommend the Tight Grip Perk for its boost to recoil control during sustained fire. You'll find this build works best when you hold down the trigger for extended periods of time. Finish off the build with the Fully Loaded Perk, which gives you max ammo. Perk-wise, there are always several different options, but we tend to gravitate towards EOD for slot 1, which gives you explosive damage reduction. You can go with quick fix too if you are an aggressive player, but EOD is more consistently useful when playing slowly. To mix things up, this class works well with high alert as it causes your screen to pulsate when an enemy looks at you. This is effective for long-range battles since enemies can sometimes be hard to see. Finally, wrap up the build with Combat Scout. This perk has been our go-to for a while now since it pings enemies you damage, allowing you to easily shoot them through walls. Equipment. Wrapping up the build, let's dive into equipment recommendations. We like using Molotov cocktails with this setup since they can be used to finish off a downed player while creating prolonged splash damage. Other lethals like grenades or thermite are fantastic too. Then, go with stun grenades for tacticals, since they immobilize your opponents, making them easy to take down. Recommended build. There's actually one other ranged build we've enjoyed, and it might be best for those looking for some more ammo. The previous setup caps out at 40 rounds, which is manageable but can sometimes lead to some sticky situations if you get unlucky. This build also mixes things up with ADS speeds and recoil control, so it's a good one to try if you are tired of the standard build. Kick things off with the F8 Stabilizer Muzzle for improved accuracy and better damage range. Keep in mind, this will leave you unsuppressed, so you'll want to pick your shots carefully. After that, stick with the Queen's 705mm Royal Barrel for its benefits to horizontal recoil control, bullet velocity, damage range, and reduction to scope sway. You'll find these first two attachments ideal for picking off enemies from long distances. Speaking of which, we advise equipping the SVT 40PU Scope 3-6x optic, allowing you to toggle between 3x and 6x magnification. Keep the Hawkinson SP2B stock with this build since it helps with accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire, along with improved flinch resistance. This goes hand in hand with other attachments that help you with securing long-range elimination. Likewise, keep the M1941 hand stop under barrel, which improves recoil, control and accuracy. After that is when things get interesting. Swap over to the .303 British 100-round drum magazine. This thing is an absolute beast, giving you 100 rounds in each drum at the expense of ADS speed, reload times, and movement. This will slow you down significantly, but the extra ammo could come in handy, especially in trios and quads. Next, stick with the lengthened ammunition, boosting your bullet velocity with no penalties. It's worth noting you can also use subsonic here, which keeps you from showing up on enemy minimaps when firing, countering your unsuppressed muzzle. After that, we suggest the leather grip rear grip for improved ADS speed and aiming stability. Your ADS speed will be significantly reduced with this build, so having something to boost it a little will help. Continue using the Tight Grip Perk for improved accuracy and recoil control during sustained fire, along with Fully Loaded for max starting ammo. For Perk 1, you should go with either EOD or Quick Fix. Both have their strengths, but EOD is useful even if you aren't racking up kills. After that, we recommend swapping to Ghost for this loadout so you don't appear during enemy UAVs. Since your weapon is unsuppressed, you'll be attracting enough attention as it is. For Pack 3, we still suggest sticking with Combat Scout, which pings damaged enemies for you and your whole team. Equipment. You can mix things up with this loadout or stick with the previously recommended equipment. Frag grenades are reliable as ever, allowing you to roll them into a room for high amounts of damage. The same can be said about the heartbeat sensor, at least in terms of reliability. This reveals non-ghosted players within a 50-meter radius, perfect for Rebirth Island.